to welcome you to our tour today. For those of you who don't know me very well, my name is Kelsey and I am originally from Chicago. And my husband and I moved to Valencia, Spain last February. We're loving it, it's beautiful, and I have been taking quite a few trips lately, so this is one of the beautiful places that I am so excited to bring you to. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Coimbra. Nestled along the serene banks of the Mondego River in central Portugal, Coimbra is a city steeped in history and academic prestige. Home to one of the oldest universities in the world, the University of Coimbra, founded in the year 1290, this city has long been a center of learning and culture, perfect for us. The university's stunning hilltop campus, with its iconic Joanina Library and Baroque-style buildings, stands as a testament to Coimbra's rich intellectual heritage. Beyond its academic accolades, though, Coimbra boasts a captivating old town characterized by winding alleyways, historic churches, and picturesque squares. Us visitors can explore the city's medieval streets, visit the impressive Coimbra Cathedral, and soak in the vibrant atmosphere of its bustling cafes and traditional fado music venues. With its blend of academic excellence, cultural richness, and architectural splendor, Coimbra offers travelers a truly unforgettable experience in the heart of Portugal. Let's explore Coimbra! Now, while we walk and see all of these beautiful things, let me tell you a little bit about the Age of Discovery in Portugal. This was known as the Age of Exploration, and it was a transformative period in Portuguese history that shaped this nation's identity and global influence. Beginning in the 15th century, Portuguese navigators embarked on ambitious voyages of exploration, seeking new trade routes, territories, and of course, riches. Led by pioneers such as Prince Henry the Navigator, Portuguese sailors ventured into uncharted waters, mapping coastlines, establishing trading posts, and making significant discoveries that expanded Europe's knowledge of the world. Portugal's strategic location on the Atlantic Ocean, combined with the advancements in navigation and shipbuilding, enabled this country to play a leading role in the exploration and colonization of distant lands, laying the foundation for a vast overseas empire. The Age of Discovery brought profound changes to Portugal, ushering in an era of economic prosperity, cultural exchange, and geopolitical power. Portuguese explorers established trade networks that connected Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Americas, facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies across continents. Portugal's maritime empire encompassed territories in Africa, Asia, and South America, including Brazil and Macau, contributing to the country's wealth and prestige. The discoveries made during this period, including Goa, revolutionized European perceptions of the world, leading to advancements in cartography, astronomy, and science. The legacy of the Age of Discovery endures in Portugal's national identity, with landmarks, monuments, and museums commemorating the achievements of the country's pioneering explorers. Some interesting things to note about the Age of Discovery in Portugal. Prince Henry the Navigator, a member of the Portuguese royal family, played a key role in promoting maritime exploration and establishing navigation schools in Portugal. Portuguese sailors were the first Europeans to reach the southern tip of Africa, known as the Cape of Good Hope, in 1488, under the command of Bartholomew Dias. Vasco da Gama, his historic voyage to India in 1498, established a direct sea route from Europe to Asia, opening lucrative trade opportunities for Portugal. In the year 1500, Pedro Álvares Cabral discovered Brazil while en route to India, leading to the colonization of the largest country in South America. Portuguese explorers established trading posts and colonies along the coast of Africa and Asia, including in present-day Angola, Mozambique, Goa, and Malacca. The Treaty of Tordesillas signed in 1494 between Portugal and Spain, divided the newly discovered lands outside Europe between these two nations, with Portugal receiving rights to territories east of a designated meridian. Portugal's maritime empire reached its zenith in the 16th century, with Portuguese explorers reaching as far as Japan and establishing a trading post in Nagasaki. The Age of Discovery led to cultural exchanges between Europe and other regions of the world, with Portuguese explorers bringing back exotic goods, spices, and knowledge from their voyage. The city of Lisbon served as a hub for maritime exploration, with the iconic Belém Tower and monument to the discoveries commemorating Portugal's maritime heritage. The Age of Discovery transformed Portugal into a global superpower and established Portuguese as one of the world's major colonial languages, leaving a lasting impact on world history and geography. As Portugal expanded its maritime empire during the Age of Discovery, the country became a dominant force in global trade and exploration. Portuguese sailors, navigators, and merchants ventured into uncharted territories, establishing trading posts, colonies, and shipping routes that spanned continents. The spice trade, in particular, played a crucial role in Portugal's economic prosperity, with the acquisition of valuable commodities such as pepper, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg from Asia, driving commerce and fueling European demand for exotic goods. Portuguese explorers also sought to spread Christianity to the newly discovered lands, leading to the conversion of indigenous populations and the establishment of missionary efforts in the regions such as Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Portugal's colonial ambitions and overseas expansion led to conflicts with rival European powers, most notably its neighbor Spain, which contested Portugal's claims to newly discovered territories. The Treaty of Tordesillas, negotiated in 1494, sought to divide the newly discovered lands between Portugal and Spain, with Portugal gaining rights to territories east of a designated meridian, including Brazil and parts of Africa and Asia. However, tensions persisted, resulting in military conflicts and diplomatic negotiations that shaped the course of Portuguese history. Despite facing challenges such as piracy, political instability, and competition from other European powers, Portugal's maritime empire continued to thrive, establishing a legacy of exploration, trade, and cultural exchange that endured for centuries. Some interesting facts for you. As Portugal's maritime empire expanded, the country became a center of cultural exchange and innovation, with Portuguese explorers bringing back knowledge, goods, and ideas from distant lands. The influx of wealth from overseas territories fueled a period of artistic flourishing known as the Portuguese Renaissance, characterized by advancements in literature, music, architecture, and the visual arts. Portuguese artists, writers, and intellectuals drew inspiration from both classical sources and the diverse cultures encountered during overseas expeditions, resulting in a rich tapestry of artistic expression that blended European, African, and Asian, as well as indigenous influences. Despite the decline of Portugal's global influence in subsequent centuries, the legacy of the Age of Discovery continues to shape this country's identity and cultural heritage. The discoveries made by Portuguese explorers opened up new trade routes, expanded geographical knowledge, and facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies between continents. Portugal's maritime achievements also left an indelible mark on world history, contributing to the globalization of commerce, the spread of Christianity, and the development of international relations. Today, Portugal celebrates its maritime heritage through museums, monuments, and cultural events that honor the pioneering spirit of its explorers and the enduring legacy of the Age of Discovery. While we walk, let me tell you about one of my favorite parts of living in Europe, the castles. And the castles in Portugal are unmatched. Castles hold a significant place in the history and heritage of Portugal, serving as fortresses, residences, symbols of power and prestige. The earliest castle in Portugal dates back to the Reconquista period during the Middle Ages, when Christian forces sought to retake the Iberian Peninsula from Moorish rule. These medieval fortresses were strategically built along the borders and in key locations to defend against Moorish invasions and consolidate Christian territory. Over the centuries, as Portugal emerged as a kingdom and expanded its territory through conquests and colonization, castles played a vital role in securing and governing the newly acquired lands. One of the most iconic examples of Portuguese castle architecture is the Castle of São Jorge in Lisbon, which dates back to the Moorish occupation of this region in the 9th century. Perched atop a hill overlooking the city, this castle has witnessed centuries of history, from Moorish rule to Portuguese kings and queens. Other notable castles in Portugal include the Castle of Guimarães, often referred to as the Cradle of the Nation for its association with the founding of Portugal, and the Castle of Almourol, situated on the small island in the Tagus River, shrouded in legends and mysteries. These castles, along with many others scattered throughout the country, provide a fascinating glimpse into Portugal's rich and storied past. Some interesting info for you about castles in Portugal. Castles in Portugal feature a mix of architectural styles, including Moorish, Romanesque, and Gothic influences. Many Portuguese castles underwent extensive renovations and expansions during the Reconquista and subsequent periods. Many castles in Portugal are open to the public, allowing us visitors to explore their medieval walls, towers, and courtyards. Castles often host cultural events, reenactments, and medieval festivals, offering visitors a chance to step back in time. Last but not least, the preservation of Portugal's castles is a testament to the country's rich cultural heritage and ongoing efforts to safeguard its historic landmarks. What is your favorite castle in Portugal or elsewhere? Let me know in the comments below. Well, as we explore, let me tell you about one of the most important exports, a bit of a surprise for me, that came from Portugal. Cork holds an immense significance in Portugal's cultural heritage and economic landscape, with Portugal being one of the world's largest producers of cork. The cork oak tree, scientifically known as Quercus suber, is native to the Iberian Peninsula, and Portugal boasts vast cork oak forests, particularly in the Alentejo and Algarve regions. The history of cork harvesting in Portugal dates back centuries, with evidence suggesting that cork was used as a stopper for bottles containing wine and olive oil during the Roman Empire. However, it was not until the 18th century that cork became an integral part of Portugal's economy, driven by advancements in cork processing techniques. Today, Portugal is renowned for its sustainable cork industry, which plays a crucial role in preserving the country's natural environment and supporting local communities. The process of harvesting cork is meticulously regulated to ensure the long-term viability of cork oak forests and protect the habitats of various plant and animal species. Portugal's cork industry not only produces traditional cork stoppers for wine bottles, but also manufactures a wide range of cork products, including flooring, insulation, and fashion accessories like hats and purses. Additionally, cork has become synonymous with Portuguese craftsmanship and innovation, representing a source of national pride and identity. In addition to its economic significance, cork holds a special place in Portuguese culture and traditions. The cork oak tree is revered for its resilience and ability to thrive in the harsh Mediterranean climate, symbolizing endurance and strength. Throughout Portugal's history, cork has been celebrated in various art forms, including literature, music, and visual arts. Its versatile nature has inspired artisans and designers to create unique and innovative products, blending tradition with modernity. Furthermore, Portugal's commitment to sustainability in cork harvesting has garnered international recognition and accolades. The country's cork oak forests serve as crucial carbon sinks, absorbing greenhouse gases and mitigating climate change. Additionally, the cork industry provides employment opportunities for rural communities, contributing to social and economic development in Portugal's interior regions. As Portugal continues to lead the way in cork production and innovation, the humble cork oak tree remains a symbol of the country's rich cultural heritage and commitment to environmental stewardship. What's your favorite cork product? Let me know in the comments below. Now, while we walk, let me tell you about one of the most devastating events that helped shape Portugal as we know it today. The devastating earthquake of 1755, known as the Great Lisbon Earthquake, struck Portugal on the morning of November 1st. With an estimated magnitude of 8.5 to 9.0, it remains one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded in Europe. The earthquake caused widespread destruction not only in Lisbon, but also in other parts of Portugal, as well as in Spain and Morocco. The initial tremors lasted for several minutes, followed by a series of tsunamis that inundated coastal areas, causing even further destruction. The earthquake and its aftermath resulted in the deaths of tens of thousands of people and left countless others injured and homeless. The 1755 earthquake had a profound and long-lasting effect on Portugal, leading to significant changes in its urban planning, architecture, and even its culture and intellectual life. The destruction of Lisbon prompted King Joseph I and his prime minister, the Marquis of Pombal, to undertake ambitious reconstruction efforts aimed at rebuilding the city in a more resilient and modern manner. This led to the creation of the first modern seismically resistant buildings and the implementation of new building codes and regulations. The earthquake also sparked debates about religion, philosophy, and the nature of natural disasters, influencing the Enlightenment movement and shaping Portugal's intellectual landscape for decades to come. The Marquis of Pombal, who was appointed as the de facto ruler of Portugal following the disaster, spearheaded ambitious efforts to rebuild Lisbon and other affected areas. He introduced innovative urban planning measures, including wider streets and squares, as well as the construction of more resilient buildings using advanced architectural techniques. Pombal's reconstruction efforts not only restored the physical infrastructure of Lisbon, but also laid the foundation for Portugal's emergence as a modern European nation. Despite the widespread devastation caused by the earthquake, it also served as a catalyst for scientific inquiry and advancements in seismology and earthquake engineering. The disaster prompted increased interest in understanding the causes and effects of earthquakes, leading to the establishment of seismic monitoring stations and the development of early warning systems. Moreover, the earthquake's impact on Portugal's cultural and artistic heritage is evident in the subsequent architectural styles and urban landscapes that emerged during the reconstruction period, reflecting both the trauma of the disaster and the resilience and ingenuity of the Portuguese people. In contemporary Portugal, building regulations and construction practices are heavily influenced by the lessons learned from the devastating earthquake of 1755. The seismic vulnerability of this region is carefully considered in the design and construction of new buildings, particularly in areas prone to seismic activity such as Lisbon and other coastal regions. Modern buildings are engineered to withstand seismic forces, incorporating advanced structural techniques and materials to mitigate the impact of earthquakes. Architects and engineers in Portugal adhere to strict seismic codes, which outline requirements for building materials, structural integrity, and seismic resistance measures. Reinforced concrete and steel-framed structures are commonly used for their strength and flexibility, allowing buildings to better withstand the lateral forces generated by earthquakes. Additionally, innovative structural systems such as base isolators and damping devices are employed to further enhance a building's resilience to seismic events. Furthermore, ongoing research and development efforts in earthquake engineering contribute to the continuous improvement of seismic design and practices in Portugal. Advanced computer simulations and modeling techniques enable engineers to accurately predict the behavior of structures under seismic loads, allowing for more efficient and effective design solutions. As a result, modern buildings in Portugal are built with earthquake resilience in mind, aiming to minimize damage and ensure the safety of occupants in the event of a seismic situation. Alright, so while we look at all of these gorgeous buildings, let me tell you a little bit about architecture in Portugal. Portugal boasts a rich architectural heritage spanning centuries, reflecting influences from various cultures and historical periods. One of the most notable architectural styles in Portugal is the Manueline, characterized by intricate stone carvings, maritime motifs, and lavish ornamentation. The Jerónimos Monastery in Lisbon, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, exemplifies this style with its elaborate cloisters and ornate facades. Another prominent architectural style is the Pombaline style, named after the Marquis of Pombal, who oversaw the reconstruction of Lisbon after the devastating earthquake of 1755. This style features orderly grid layouts, symmetrical buildings, and earthquake-resistant construction techniques as seen in the Baixa district of Lisbon. Additionally, Portugal is renowned for its romantic and picturesque architecture, especially in cities like Porto and Sintra. The colorful facades of Porto's Ribeira district, adorned with the traditional azulejos tiles, creating a charming riverside setting for all to enjoy. Meanwhile, Sintra is famous for its fairy tale-like palaces and estates, such as the colorful Peña Palace and the whimsical Quinta de Ragaleira. Modern architecture also thrives in Portugal, with contemporary structures like the Champalimod Foundation in Lisbon, showcasing innovative designs and sustainable practices. From historic landmarks to modern marvels, Portugal's architectural landscape is a testament to its rich cultural heritage and innovative spirit. Portugal's architectural landscape also reflects the diverse history of Moorish, Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque influences. The Moorish legacy is evident in the Alhambra-inspired Manueline details found in the Belém Tower and the Sevilla Cathedral. Gothic architecture flourished during the Middle Ages, as seen in Portugal's cathedrals and monasteries, including the Batalla Monastery and the Cathedral of Évora. The Renaissance period brought about a revival of classical forms and proportions, as exemplified by the University of Coimbra's Joanina Library, adorned with intricate woodwork and gilded accents. Baroque architecture, characterized by ornate decoration and dramatic effects, flourished in the 17th and 18th centuries, with notable examples such as the Mafra National Palace and the Bom Jesus do Monte Sanctuary. Furthermore, Portugal's architectural heritage extends beyond monumental structures to include vernacular architecture, reflecting the country's rural traditions and local craftsmanship. Rural villages feature whitewashed houses with red-tiled roofs, while Alentejo's traditional farmhouses, or montes, showcase thick walls and small windows to combat the region's hot climate. The Algarve region's Moorish-inspired chimneys and terracotta rooftops add to the area's distinct charm. Portugal's architectural diversity tells the story of its past, with each style and structure contributing to the country's cultural identity and heritage. Portugal's architectural evolution also reflects its maritime heritage and global influence during the Age of Discovery. The Manueline style, named after King Manuel I, incorporates nautical motifs like ropes, anchors, and shells, symbolizing Portugal's exploration and trade routes. This distinctive architectural style can be seen in Lisbon's Jerónimos Monastery, a UNESCO World Heritage Site renowned for its intricate carvings and maritime-themed ornamentation. Additionally, Portugal's colonial past is reflected in the architecture of its former territories, with Brazilian Baroque churches and Mozambican colonial buildings serving as a reminder of Portugal's expansive empire. Moreover, contemporary architecture in Portugal demonstrates a blend of innovation and sustainability. Renowned architects like Álvaro Siza Vieira and Eduardo Souto de Moura have received international acclaim for their modernist designs that harmonize with Portugal's natural landscapes. The Champalimod Foundation in Lisbon, designed by Charles Correa, showcases cutting-edge medical research facilities set against the backdrop of the Tagus River. Portugal's architectural journey from ancient civilizations to modern innovation comes to shape its built environment and contribute to its rich cultural tapestry. The oldest building in Portugal is believed to be the Castle of São Jorge, Castelo de São Jorge in Lisbon. While the exact date of its construction is uncertain, the castle's origins can be traced back to the Roman era roughly 2,000 years ago, with subsequent expansions and renovations carried out by various ruling civilizations, including the Moors and the Christians. The castle served as a strategic fortification and royal residence throughout history and is now a popular tourist attraction, offering panoramic views of Lisbon and the Tagus River. The ancient walls and towers stand as a testament to Portugal's long and storied past. In conclusion, Portugal's architecture is a vibrant tapestry that reflects the country's rich history, diverse cultural influence, and innovative spirit. From medieval castles to Baroque palaces, and from the Manueline masterpieces to modern marvels, Portugal's architectural landscape is a testament to centuries of craftsmanship and creativity. As we explore Portugal's architectural wonders, consider how these buildings have shaped the country's identity and contributed to its cultural heritage. What stories do these structures tell about Portugal's past, and how do they continue to inspire future generations? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Okay. While we explore all of these beautiful things, let me tell you a little bit about religion in relation to Portugal's heritage. Religion has played a significant role in shaping the history and culture of Portugal, with Christianity being the predominant faith since the Roman period. In the early Middle Ages, the Christianization of Portugal was closely linked to the Reconquista, a centuries-long campaign to reclaim the Iberian Peninsula from Muslim rule. The Portuguese monarchy, particularly during the reign of King Alfonso I, Alfonso Henriques, fostered close ties with the Catholic Church and the establishment of monasteries and religious institutions that helped solidify Christianity as the country's dominant religion. Over time, Portugal became known as a staunchly Catholic nation, with the Church exerting considerable influence over both spiritual and secular matters. The 20th century witnessed significant shifts in Portugal's religious landscape, marked by the decline of traditional Catholic practices and the rise of secularism. The Second Vatican Council from 1962 to 1965 prompted reforms within the Catholic Church, leading to changes in religious practices and attitudes among Portuguese Catholics. Additionally, Portugal's transition to democracy in the 1970s brought about greater religious pluralism and tolerance, as the country embraced freedom of religion and welcomed immigrants from diverse cultural and religious backgrounds. Today, while Catholicism remains the dominant faith, Portugal is characterized by religious diversity, with adherents of other Christian denominations, Islam, Judaism, and other faiths contributing to the country's rich religious tapestry. Portugal's religious history is deeply intertwined with its rich cultural heritage, shaped by centuries of influences from various civilizations. Christianity first arrived in the region during the Roman Empire's rule, with evidence of early Christian communities dating back to the early 3rd century. Following the fall of the Roman Empire, the Visigoths and later the Moors occupied the Iberian Peninsula, each leaving their mark on this religious landscape. The Reconquista, a series of military campaigns, led to the gradual Christian reconquest of the territory, culminating in the establishment of Portugal as an independent kingdom in 1139. During the Age of Discovery in the 15th and 16th centuries, Portugal played a pivotal role in spreading Christianity to new lands, particularly through exploration and colonization. Portuguese explorers, driven by religious fervor and the desire to expand their empire and their wallets, established trade routes and missionary outposts in Africa and the Americas. This period saw the spread of Catholicism to far-flung territories, accompanied by the construction of churches, cathedrals, and monasteries to propagate their faith. The Portuguese Empire's maritime prowess and missionary zeal contributed to the global dissemination of Christianity, leaving an enduring legacy that continues to influence Portugal's religious identity to this day. Now, some interesting things to know about religion in Portugal. As we spoke about, the Catholicism dominance. Portugal is predominantly Catholic, with the majority of its population identifying as Roman Catholic. The influence of Catholicism permeates various aspects of Portuguese culture and society. Patron saint festivals. Portugal celebrates numerous festivals dedicated to saints throughout the year. These festivities often include religious processions, music, dancing, and traditional cuisine, attracting locals and tourists alike. Fatima Sanctuary. The Sanctuary of Fatima is one of the most important Marian shrines in the world, drawing millions of pilgrims each year. It commemorates the apparitions of the Virgin Mary to 3 shepherd children in 1917. Religious architecture. Portugal boasts an abundance of stunning religious architecture, including grand cathedrals, ornate churches, and picturesque chapels. These architectural gems showcase various styles, from Romanesque and Gothic to Baroque and Manueline. Semana Santa, Holy Week, is observed with great fervor in Portugal. It features solemn processions, reenactments of the Passion of Christ, and elaborate religious rituals, providing a deeply spiritual experience for participants. Pilgrimage routes. Portugal is home to several pilgrimage routes, such as the Camino Português and Camino de Fátima, which attract pilgrims seeking spiritual growth and reflection as they journey through scenic landscapes and historic towns. Religious art. Portuguese religious art is renowned for its beauty and intricacy, with masterpieces adorning churches, museums, and monasteries across the country. Notable works include paintings, sculptures, and ornate altarpieces. Feast of São João. Celebrated on June 23rd, the Feast of São João is one of Portugal's most lively and colorful festivals. It honors Saint John the Baptist with street parties, fireworks, bonfires, and traditional customs, particularly in Porto. Religious tolerance. While Catholicism is predominant, Portugal upholds religious tolerance and freedom of worship. The country respects and accommodates diverse religious beliefs, fostering a harmonious existence among different faith communities. Spiritual retreats. Portugal offers numerous opportunities for spiritual retreats and contemplative experiences, with monasteries, convents, and retreat centers providing tranquil settings for meditation, prayer, and spiritual renewal. Now, as some of you know, when my husband and I moved from the US to Spain, one of the main things we talked about was healthcare. So let me tell you a little bit about healthcare and retirement in Portugal and some of the benefits and also some of the drawbacks. So retiring in Portugal offers a myriad of benefits, making it an attractive destination for retirees and expats from around the world. One of the key advantages is the country's excellent healthcare system, which provides quality medical care at affordable prices. Portugal's public healthcare system is complemented by private healthcare options, offering retirees access to a wide range of services and specialists. Additionally, Portugal boasts a high standard of living with a relaxed and laid-back style that appeals to retirees seeking a slower pace of life. Portugal's mild climate, beautiful landscapes, and vibrant cultural scene provide ample opportunities for outdoor activities, socializing, and pursuing hobbies. Furthermore, Portugal's affordable cost of living is particularly appealing to retirees on a fixed income. Housing prices are relatively low compared to other European countries, allowing retirees to find comfortable and affordable accommodation options. Additionally, everyday expenses such as groceries, dining out, and entertainment are generally more affordable than in many other Western countries. Retirees in Portugal also benefit from favorable tax policies, including tax incentives for foreign residents and retirees, which can help stretch their retirement savings further. Overall, retiring in Portugal offers a balanced blend of healthcare, lifestyle, and affordability, making it an ideal destination for those seeking a fulfilling and enjoyable retirement experience. Now, a little bit more about the healthcare system specifically. Portugal's healthcare system is rooted in a long history of providing accessible and quality healthcare to its citizens. The country's national healthcare system is primarily public, with the National Health Service, the SNS, offering universal coverage to all residents. Established in 1979, the SNS aims to provide comprehensive healthcare services to Portuguese citizens, including medical consultations, hospital care, and preventative services. Additionally,